The Tauren have their own myths as to how Azeroth was created, involving their patron deity, the Earth Mother. Brann Bronzebeard's research has uncovered that the Tauren race predates the Titans' arrival on Azeroth, and he speculates that they may have evolved from an unknown bull ancient. In addition, Ulduar and its adjacent facilities have several representations of Tauren, alongside night elves, trolls, and other ancient creatures. Since ancient times, the Tauren migrated the plains of Kalimdor, although they considered Mulgore to be their ancestral homeland. Eventually, the marauding Centaur came from Desolace and hounded the bovine creatures, driving them to near-extinction. However, this changed with the arrival of Thrall and the Horde. With the Orcs' aid, Cairne Bloodhoof succeeded in uniting most of the Tauren tribes, driving back the Centaur and establishing a permanent capital in Mulgore named Thunder Bluff. Shortly after the Third War, the Forsaken under Sylvanas tried making alliances with other factions in order to secure their position in Lordaeron. While initially reluctant to admit them within the Horde, War Chief Thrall was eventually persuaded to allow them in by Archdruid Hamul Runetotem, who took pity on the undead and hoped to find a cure for their condition. Surprisingly, at the time, the Archdruid was supported in this endeavor by Magatha Grimtotem herself. Magatha became the matriarch of the Grimtotem tribe through an arranged marriage, though unfortunately her mate died soon afterwards due to an unforeseen climbing accident. The Elder Crone often argued with Cairne Bloodhoof over the direction the Tauren should take, believing that they should eradicate the other races from Kalimdor and retake ancestral Tauren lands abroad. Magatha regularly corresponded with the Forsaken and possibly the Scourge, and sent representatives all over Azeroth to gather information for her purposes. The Tauren have their own version of the story of the birth of Cenarius. The demigod's father, Malorn, was once chased by Tauren hunters until he was rescued by Musha, the moon. Together they then conceived Cenarius as a union of sky and earth. It is then believed, likely correctly, that the Tauren were the first race to be taught Druidism by Cenarius, although they slowly abandoned the practice over the millennia. This changed, however, following the Third War, where Malfurion Stormrage agreed to teach Hamul Runetotem, and, much to the opposition of Archdruid Fandral Staghelm, Hamul became the first Tauren member of the Cenarian Circle. Back in Vanilla, the Thousand Needles were haunted by the wind serpent Arikara, which was presumed to be a spirit of vengeance. Magatha Grimtotem assisted adventurers in destroying it, claiming that the spirit sought the death of Cairne Bloodhoof as punishment for the chieftain straying from Tauren traditions. In Cataclysm, however, after Magatha is exiled, she is captured by the Twilight's Hammer. She communicates with adventurers in Thousand Needles through Arikara itself, and after making the player gather several artifacts and having them free her, disappears along with the Wind Serpent.
What brings you to old Magatha?